Ramza Technology Wala from Government College of Technology Multan. Today I have discussion on the topic of how to set boundaries in relationships and stay true to yourself. Today I have guest uh, ChatGPT AI tool that is very attractive tool and helpful for us. Hello ChatGPT, how are you?
Walaikum assalam. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. I'm excited to be part of your discussion today. Feel free to dive into any questions or topics, and I'm here to help.
ChatGPT, what does setting healthy boundaries means to you personally, and how do boundaries differ from being distant or selfish?
That's a great question. In my view, setting healthy boundaries means establishing clear, respectful limits that protect your well being while maintaining healthy, open relationships. Boundaries are about mutual respect and clear communication rather than shutting others out or acting selfishly. It's about finding a balance where you can honor your own needs while also valuing and respecting the needs of others. Ultimately, healthy boundaries foster trust, reduce stress, and promote more authentic connections.
How can a person recognize that their boundaries are being crossed even when no one says anything explicitly?
Recognizing that your boundaries are being crossed often comes down to paying attention to your own feelings and reactions. For instance, you might notice feelings of discomfort, resentment, anxiety, or even exhaustion when your limits are not respected. You might also feel that your needs or values are being overlooked or dismissed. It's important to listen to these internal cues and reflect on whether your needs are being met. Additionally, trusting your intuition and maintaining open communication can help you identify and address boundary issues before they become more significant.
How can a person recognize that their boundaries are being crossed even when no one says anything explicitly?
A person can often recognize that their boundaries are being crossed through subtle emotional cues, such as feeling uncomfortable, drained, or anxious in certain situations. There might also be a sense of inner conflict or irritation that arises when certain topics or actions come up. Another sign can be a recurring pattern of feeling undervalued or overlooked. Ultimately, it's crucial to stay attuned to one's own feelings and to reflect on interactions to ensure that personal limits are respected.
In what ways does setting boundaries help you stay true to your values, beliefs, and personal identity?
Setting boundaries plays a crucial role in helping you stay aligned with your values, beliefs, and personal identity by clearly defining what is acceptable and what isn't. This allows you to protect your mental and emotional well being, and it ensures that our interactions and relationships are in harmony with what you help you maintain authenticity, prevent resentment, and foster a sense of integrity. In essence, they enable you to honor your true self and navigate life in a way that reflects your core principles.
What are some respectful and effective ways to communicate boundaries without damaging relationships?
Respectful and effective ways to communicate boundaries include being clear and direct while also being compassionate. It helps to use I statements such as I feel or I need, which focus on your own experiences rather than placing blame. It's also beneficial to be consistent and assertive, but also to remain open to dialogue and compromise when appropriate. Additionally, setting boundaries with empathy involves acknowledging the other person's perspective and expressing appreciation for their understanding. This approach helps maintain trust and respect in the relationship.
Can you share an example where setting a boundary improved a relationship or where not setting one caused problem?
Certainly, for example, consider a workplace scenario. If an employee sets a boundary by clearly communicating that they are not available for work-related tasks outside of office hours. It helps maintain a healthy work-life balance. This boundary can lead to increased productivity and reduced burnout, thereby strengthening the overall relationship between the employee and the organization. On the other end, if someone does not set boundaries, for instance, in a personal relationship, it might lead to feelings of resentment or imbalance. For example, if one partner constantly sacrifices their own needs to please the other without expressing their limits, it can create an unbalanced dynamic, eventually causing strain and potentially damaging the relationship. And thus, setting boundaries is key to fostering healthy, respectful, and sustainable connections.
How should someone respond when others react negatively to their boundaries?
When someone reacts negatively to boundaries, it's important to remain calm. It helps to reaffirm your intent and explain the reasons behind your boundaries in a compassionate and clear manner. It's also beneficial to listen actively to their concerns and validate their feelings while still maintaining your own limits. Sometimes it's necessary to set additional follow-up conversations to reinforce the boundaries and ensure mutual understanding. Ultimately, it's crucial to prioritize your well-being and recognize that setting boundaries is a form of self-respect. Over time, consistent and empathetic communication can help others adapt and respect your limits.
What practical steps can individuals take today to begin setting healthier boundaries while remaining authentic to themselves?
To begin setting healthier boundaries while staying authentic, individuals can start by reflecting values and identifying what's truly important to them. They can practice clear and direct communication using I statements to express their needs and limits. It's also helpful to start small, perhaps by setting boundaries in low stakes situations and gradually building up to more challenging ones. Consistency is key, so it's important to reinforce those boundaries over time. Additionally, seeking support from trusted friends, mentors, or even professionals can provide guidance and encouragement. Lastly, it's vital to practice self-care and be patient with oneself through the process.
How can self awareness and self respect strengthen our confidence in maintaining boundaries over time?
Self-awareness allows us to clearly understand our needs, values, and limits, which forms the foundation for setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. When we are self-aware, we can confidently recognize when our boundaries are being tested and respond appropriately. Self-respect, on the other hand, reinforces our commitment to those boundaries. When we respect ourselves, we are more likely to prioritize our well-being and maintain those limits, even in the face of external pressure or negativity. Together, self-awareness and self-respect create a strong internal foundation, empowering us to uphold boundaries consistently and authentically.
Can you example where setting a boundary improved a relationship or where not setting one caused problems?
Absolutely. For instance, in a professional setting, imagine a team member who sets a boundary by clearly communicating that they're not available for work emails after hours. Over time, this boundary can lead to a healthier work-life balance, reduced burnout, and even greater productivity during work hours, ultimately strengthening the professional relationship with colleagues. On the other hand, if someone consistently avoids setting boundaries, like not addressing a colleague who frequently interrupts their work, it can lead to frustration, decreased productivity, and even resentment. Over time, this lack of boundaries can cause tension and even conflict within the relationship. And these examples highlight how healthy boundaries can enhance relationships by fostering respect and clear communication.
Oh, thank you very much, ChatGPT.
You're very welcome. It's been a pleasure to help. If you have any more questions or need assistance in the future, just let me know. Have a great day.
Okay, bye.